I really didn't lose much money from that.
You
Looking at my
lost
total.
$44,000, but considering how much you have,
Let's do another 10. Like I'm gonna be using Pokeballs and Great Balls.
which mart does have the timer balls? Does the chat know? Because those are actually really useful.
Smoke says Rustboro.
So with the Eon Flute, do you even need the HM Fly? I'm curious.
Well, Fly is considerably faster.
True. Who the hell is that?
There's Timer
Oh,
Ball.
there they are. Basically, if you're in a battle for 10 turns, you have a much higher catch rate.
Like the one I was just in.
Yeah, pretty much. Wow, and this place sells netballs like everybody else.
I can use some of those. They've been helpful. So Timer Balls are basically the opposite of Quick Balls.
Yeah, pretty much.
You either get very lucky or have no luck whatsoever.
And hope you packed lots of healing items.
Where is the path leading to this place? I think it's up in Route 128.
This game looks so good.
It really does.
I was kind of done with Pokemon until I saw this game.
Me too, kind of.
Well, I was actually kind of done with Pokemon until I saw X and Y. But then I stopped playing those and sold them. And now I see this game and it's just like, well, damn. But I think I'm going to wait till Sun and Moon just for Pulverizing Pancake. Of course, you got to purchase it early. When do Sun and Moon come out?
When do they?
Look it up.
Starmie Kitten.
November 18th.
Wow. Only one Pokemon, come on.
Triathlete Isaiah looks like Blanche from Team Mystic.
Here's Evergrande City.
Wow, it looks wet, like water. Like it's not there.
Oh, there we go. It's up there.
Oh, Waterfall does exist.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Whirlpool that got taken out because it was retarded. Right.
Oh.
I hope one of your Pokemon knows Waterfall.
One of them will. Proligator's really just turning into a HM slave. I barely use him in battle.
I think Ice Punch is the last move you have left.
Yep.
Not in HM. That's okay, at least you don't have to learn Flash.
Blow that.
This Pokemon you got from a trade, someone raised it lovingly with care and made sure it knew all these great moves. Turn into an HM slave.
This isn't much of a city, unless the city is in here.
No, it's just that one Pokemon Center.
What a city.
It's an itty bitty shitty city.
Now all it needs is a committee.
And an elementary. I need to finish that Let's Play, but first I need to beat the game myself.
It was such a good Let's Play.
I know. Can't arrest me, I'm the cake boss. That's my favorite part. The little pig.
Little pig. Oh, get back here.
Oh, there's a little pink right there.
Yeah. Just keeps getting away from me.
It's a tricky bastard.
Because I'm not going to bother leveling up Meditate.
It really is a little pink.
Yeah.
With big pink pants.
I don't need to heal Beldantazar. Everyone passed out.
You all died, ergo, you're all better now.
Just like
If
in
this
war.
was if this was a Nuzlocke, you'd be game over.
Aren't you all glad I didn't go with that?
Well, hey, with all these Pokemon you're being traded,
Yeah.
I think you'd have enough.
Damn, come on.
Oh, you totally forgot to use a Quick Ball.
Yeah, I realized that, like, 2 attacks in.
Honestly, Great Balls are just kind of pointless. I guess it's better to waste them while you have them.
Yep. And it worked that time.
I'm so glad they added that new feature in where you get XP when you catch stuff.
Mrs. O from Sleeping Dogs.
I was gonna say name it Little Pink.
I like Mrs. Chu.
Yeah. She does have that grumpy look on her face. Now we just need to give it a meat cleaver.
There was a very disappointed Pokemon just off in the distance.
Also, I just noticed your Skype icon. And that kind of reminds me of the black hole you just stuck your hand into.
Wait, what's my Skype icon on your end?
It says my pie hole is a lie hole.
Oh, yeah.
You stuck your head into the lie hole. Congratulations, you're now a compulsive liar.
This is what happens to you. Oh, speaking of Flash.
It's not that dark.
Nope, it turned into a Pokemon.
Oh!
Oh!
I devour your soul.
I want to be a part of the family.
Time out wide.
Are those torches? Yes, they are.
See, at this point, you would cast Magic Missile and attack the darkness.
Because you're really sick of that band.
Not the reference I was going for.
I never go for the one you were going for.
I was going for that D&D reenactment video. Why are you casting magic missile? There's nothing to attack. I attack the darkness.
The darkness shakes its head and laughs at you.
Oh. Oh.
Come on, level 40, yeah.
Oh, that was quick. I just realized what I did there.
Congratulations.
The chat may now proceed to start throwing things at me now. Oh, I get that gazebo joke, Belden Tazar. I get it.
Winston's a good suggestion. I did rewatch a bit of the Skyward Sword LP, so I do want to name it Shit Monster. So I'm gonna name it Shit Monster.
Can you though?
There's enough letters.
I mean, can you because of the censor?
Oh, good example. Wait.
Just do SIT monster, sit monster. Spell it how my 28-year-old Japanese textbook spells it. Seriously,
Yeah.
my college uses a Japanese textbook that still calls Russia the USSR.
Wow.
It's from 1987.
I bet that's plenty accurate. And totally reflects the culture, which you need to learn in order to learn a language.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, totally right. You know why our school won't get updated ones? Because it's too cheap to buy teacher's editions.
Send it Thrall. It's Thor when he's drunk. Oh.
Oh, I thought you said it's Thorn when he's drunk.
I've started referring to myself in the third person.
Is that what you're gonna name that thing now? Drunk Thorn?
Well, it's a trainer battle.
Oh. It's not a wild.
Hitmontop does dance like Bomberman.
Hitmontop also doesn't have any choice but to dance like Bomberman. It's kind of on its top.
Wow. That looks harsh.
Well, Haxorus is becoming a monster.
Well, it does look
Despite
like Godzilla.
Despite the fact that it got easily KO'd by the third Musketeer.
This must be the way. Yeah, Chibi, I would have liked if that D&D game did work out. Unfortunately, like, the call recording I had was just a Skype recording, and it would have been messy to edit. And there were chunks of it missing, you know.
I would have loved to hear just the audio from that, though. I can imagine it be 80% screaming. So, you know, like most of the other Let's Plays, right?
What are you stockpiling? See you, Chibi.
See you later, Chibi. Chibi.
This is
It spat at you.
this is a weird Pokemon.
Yeah, it has a head mouth. I think its Mega Evolution is even weirder. But it is Steel type for some reason.
That was less of a battle and more of me beating up a Pokemon while I was eating lunch.
Haxorus really wanted some of its lunch.
Haxorus is a jerk. But not me. Not me, the person sending it out to do battles.
Oh, Octojane.
Arya Mama.
Oh, look, it's Sumo Wrestler.
It's a Goron.
It's Doc in a hula skirt. And he's Asian. I don't know where I was going with that one.
You made an effort.
I try.
I'll try to sneak past these people.
Put on your box.
They looked like they were trading Pokemon. What the hell am I looking at?
It's a Nidoqueen with claws and a fossil Pokemon. Like, Cradily is one of the Pokemon you get from one of those fossils.
Oh.
I believe it's the one you get from the root fossil. And you get the pre-evolution of Armaldo from the claw fossil.
And those X's are 2. Yes, all the Ace Trainers are related.
It's like the Nurse Joys in the anime.
Yeah.
They're all cousins, apparently.
Only you beat them up.
Although I kind of imagine that Nurse Joy is just a cloning experiment gone wrong.
We made them all too nice.
No, they're all secretly evil because they all want you to come in again, which means they all want your Pokemon to get hurt. Never thought about that, did ya?
Well, it's such an old joke you don't think about it anymore. I think I need to follow all the old ladies and then beat them up.
Jesus. Octojane, you're evil.
Oh, it's an old man. He sent out a sock.
Just a literal sock puppet. Oh shit. That's... Oh, never mind.
Nah.
You're no musketeer deer. I already forgot its name.
Yeah, so did I. Well, I do have Brick Break.
I thought it said you could really crush sock instead of rock.
Which I did.
Yeah, you did, so... I think I also have sleep dyslexia.
Rui. Oh.
Oh, it's one of those things.
The bigger guys of my previous trade fodder. Why can't I step on it?
Maybe because it doesn't want you to. Have you ever thought about that?
It's not its choice.
It's stereo mouse. Or would that be surround sound mouse? I don't know my speakers well.
That's stereo.
Okay.
You'd need like 5 more ears and then a little tiny one if you wanted to be a surround mouse.
God, that'd be just weird. That's what its Mega Evolution is. Just grows 7 ears.
Ugh.
And becomes something from Bloodborne.
Pokemon needs more Bloodborne-esque monsters. I mean, it's already got gods.
I mean, you got something that looks like a giant jellyfish in Sun and Moon.
Yeah,
These new Ultra Beasts.
And I do like that joke someone made. I forget who, but like there's a NPC, and above it they put the caption 0 insight, and then it showed that Pokemon 99 insight.
I love that. Oh, you're actually using the name I suggested.
That works. If it is a mouse.
It's probably not. It just has mouse ears.
Looks more like a tumor. Just, you know, something like that.
A tumor with teeth.
He wants a tumor, the kind with teeth.
My shining teeth that sparkle. Do, 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 do.
Not really familiar with
Ace
Bloodborne.
Trainer
What does
Vito.
Insight do in that game? Well, it does a couple of things. Like, you need to get 1 insight in order for the puppet lady who levels you up to actually awake. It's basically, it acts as intelligence, but maddening knowledge, where you learn what's secretly happening in Yharnam. And the more you get, the more you actually see. Like, I think at around 40 insight, monsters that are just hanging out outside the cathedral actually appear. Normally they're invisible and can kill you if you're not careful. Think of it as knowledge by the gods and the great old ones that man was not supposed to know. And you're just sort of gathering it. And the more insight you get, like, you yourself, the character doesn't really change much, but other characters in the game, like, they've grown eyes, they've turned into monsters. You, especially, like, the more insight you have, the more incredibly weak you get to the frenzy status. Like, and there are monsters that'll frenzy you just by looking at them. Flare Blitz.
Oh, that's a good move. I think it's kind of like Brave Bird.
Yeah, it looks like Fire Brave Bird. You're sort of you're sort of seeing things as they are.
Blaziken's just now a kamikaze bomber.
And also you use insight.
It knows a
sort
move
of...
that can hit things.
Sorry, go ahead.
It can use a move that lets it hit flying things, 2 that let it hit them, and 2 that kill it, and I forgot what its 4th move is.
I don't remember either.
But with Blaze Rooster, Sky Uppercut actually lets you hit Pokemon that are flying.
Oh, yeah. Thorn's new Vadi video. Yeah, hardly. But also you use Insight just as currency in a couple places. Like, you need to use Insight if you want to play online with other characters. But if you beat the boss with them, then you also get a little bit more Insight.
You're the only one who has monsters left. Take my money, please. Don't kill me.
Oop. How many super... Yeah, I'm just chug super potions here.
You should get lemonade. Lemonade is actually a really good healing item.
Which reminds me, I bought a shit ton of soda and I completely forgot about it.
Like, Soda Pop is just kind of like a slightly better super potion, but lemonade heals 80 HP.
It's a special currency. It's not like souls too much.
Don't you mean blood echoes?
Echoes. I think that was the thing we just... No, it's...
Blood
Medicham.
souls.
Blood Echoes is the Bloodborne version of Souls, yes. Who the hell? Alright, super douche. It's a Dragon Tamer.
Dragon Tamer Aragon. Oh wait, wrong book.
Dragon Tamer Eggman.
No, I'm the only one who gets that. I guess I'm the only one who gets that reference.
We get it, I think. After the movie, well, I'll just want to forget about it.
I was talking about the book, which is infinitely better than the movie. Like, the books are actually good. Don't watch the movie.
Get me out of here. I'm at the point where I'm just sort of rushing through all of this. I'm not actually concerned with items and Pokemon. So we're kind of nearing the end, I imagine, for most of this. Oh good, we've got an odd couple thing going here. What the fuck?
Oh, it's a Pokemon from Diamond and Pearl.
It was alerted
You
to
know,
alligator
it's a-
surf, but can it avoid it?
It's a psychic baby.
Ew, it's a mind fetus. That does look like the tube.
I mean, you're not wrong. It pretty much is a mind. It pretty much is a dream fetus.
Belshazzar says, it occurs to me, you're getting money from enemies because they're basically using it as a smoke bomb to escape.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it is. They kind of just chuck it at you. And while you're distracted picking it up, they run. I mean, Pokemon is pretty much a game about hit and run robbery.
Wonder if Braun ever pulls Brain's hair or just
nobody-
drags him along.
And nobody ate dinner that night.
pull out the blue flute, just scream in his ear, "Wake up!"
Have some milk. It's good for your bones.
You know, all the broken ones.
I was about to say, considering you are made of 80% bone.
This seems like there'd be a secret item over here. Get over there. I was wrong.
You need to put on your dork helmet first.
I do. Well, I'm at a point where Pokemon aren't probably going to jump out at me.
I have to say, I love the item finder in this game, and I hope it makes it into the next one.
It's everyone's favorite not actually sick kid.
Okay, see, this is actually different from the original game, because he meets you at the end of Victory Road in the original. Like, right at the end. Just comes in and is just like, hey, let's fight. No, he comes up behind you. Basically, he's like Gary freaking Oak in Mount Moon.
Now he's gonna kick her ass.
Pretty much.
Salute.
Time to use my Z move, pulverizing pancake. This should be quick.
What will Haxorus do? What can Haxorus do?
Dragon type move.
Well,
it's a
isn't
dragon type.
Altaria is a dragon type too.
Yeah. So just Dragon Claw. You should be faster.
So
But Dragon's super effective against Dragon.
That's dumb.
It is dumb, but you know, they had to balance Dragon somehow.
This whole time
That's
I
why-
wasn't doing Dragon Claw because I thought that would be dumb to use it against dragons.
I mean, it is still dumb. It's just a good idea to use.
Yeah, Wally gets his own theme with heavy guitars and everything. I say heavy.
It's actually Wallace playing the guitar in the background.
That would be amazing. Magneton. Blaze Rooster, get out here. Let's make this special. Mega Evolution, Flare
Better
Blitz.
than Magneton. Henshin a go-go.
Henshin a go-go, birdie.
It does kind of look like Beautiful Joe, doesn't it?
A little bit, yeah. Oh, it held on with 1 HP.
It has sturdy. That's why.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of Beautiful Joe, I think I mentioned this in a comment on a Skies of Arcadia video, but there actually is a crossover comic that brings in a bunch of characters from a bunch of different Sega and Capcom games, including Beautiful Joe and the characters from Skies of Arcadia.
That's pretty awesome.
I'll send you a link to it.
That was the wrong move.
It starts off as a Mega Man Sonic crossover, and then turns into a multiverse crossover.
Gallade. There, I said it correctly.
Ah, you should use Brave Bird.
Ooh.
What?
Now it's manly and pretty.
Now it's a bullfighter.
Didn't help.
Now it's dead.
I don't know if I will switch up the team.
Just put in a level 1 Charmander.
It's not that for the battle he opened up his shirt. It was like, alright, we're getting down to this. 5 minutes later. Ah!
Why'd I take off my shirt? I thought I could become like a Kenshiro. I get more powerful the less clothing I have.
Well, I only didn't hold back because you have a reputation.
And it's kind of impossible for Octojane to hold back.
True. Especially at the level all my Pokemon are at.
You know, that thing you already used.
Yeah. I'll stay here and beat up these flowers.
They are as big as his body.
Finally, an even match!
The flower still beats him up because they look like hands.
No, they release a gas that makes him sick again.
I was gonna say they'd be like those hand monsters from Ocarina of Time. Just drag him beneath the earth.
Start strangling him.
You win! You win!
Is there a Pokemon Center around here?
Yeah, it's the Elite Four. There always is. Who does the gardening for this place?
They must keep busy. Mewtwo Night.
You know, it's just sitting here.
There's probably nothing here. Let's go in the perfect outfit. Alright, well, like I said before, the stream...
Where's your healing machine?
You know, it's that bookcase.
Well, just put... Your Pokemon will heal by reading.
Oh, and items. Yeah, I need to buy a ton of healing items, I think.
You buy a book. Probably should get some max potions.
Probably. Well, I don't know if many of my Pokemon have more than 200 HP.
Yeah. Full restores, that's what you need.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get status effects and low HP. It's kind of sad that you can't buy ethers.
Yeah, you think you could.
I mean, I understand not being able to buy elixirs, but ethers?
Alright. But
Of
like I
course.
mentioned before the stream started, this is probably just going to be a short stream. And all I really wanted to do was to finish up the battle against Wallace, so that we could at least get the game moving again, and then see where we go from there. And I feel like we didn't do too much, but it was decent enough progress for now. But I'm gonna try to get back to streaming again. But today I'm gonna go ahead and call out here. But next time we're gonna take on the Elite Four, and then after the credits, we'll see where we go from there. Thank
All
you
right.
again, Renose, for joining me today.
No problem, man. Always happy to.
And we'll see you all next time.